We continue to follow the mass shooting at NAS Pensacola this morning, where a gunman killed 3 people and injured 8 others. The shooter also killed. We now know the shooter, Mohammed Saeed Al-Shamrani, was a Saudi Air Force pilot training in Pensacola.
Escambia County deputies shot and killed him in a gunfight. 2 deputies and an NAS police officer were also shot. We do not know the identity of the 3 people killed, but we do know about some of the 8 wounded. Charles Hogue, an NAS Pensacola police officer, was injured while responding to the shooting. He is expected to be okay.
A member of the Navy and Gulf Breeze High School wrestling assistant coach Ryan Blackwell was shot 3 times. That's according to the City of Gulf Breeze Facebook page. He is now recovering. Now, earlier tonight, the FBI held a press conference with the latest from the shooting. Cody Long was listening in. Not a lot of new information, Cody, but it is still very early in this investigation.
It is still early, Cherish, and that is why we didn't learn a whole lot of new information about the investigation itself. But the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office, they want to make it clear that they are upset about this just like everyone else, and they are committed to getting the facts right about this active shooter investigation at NAS Pensacola. This morning, officials say a Saudi national who was training in aviation opened fire, killing 3 people. 8 others were injured, including 2 sheriff's deputies who killed the active shooter. That active shooter, as we said, has been identified as Mohammed Saeed Al-Shamrani, and still tonight we don't know a motive behind the mass shooting. Rachel Rojas with the FBI said they worked for over 12 hours today, and that work will continue tomorrow.
Today, our evidence response teams began processing what is a large crime scene. Their work will continue tonight and into the morning. Their work is going to be methodical, and it will not and cannot be rushed. They have only one chance to get this right.
And after sunset, we saw many people coming out here to leave flowers, signs, and candles that say Pensacola strong and prayers for Pensacola. Officials still have not released the names of those who were killed. We don't expect that to happen for another day or 2. We have all of the information from today's shooting on our website, WKRG.com. Live in Pensacola, I'm Cody Long, WKRG News 5.
Thanks, Cody. 2 Escambia County deputies are being called heroes tonight. They were shot and wounded, but they shot the suspected gunman. Also tonight, we have new audio of the 911 call from the base.
We have multiple patients at the front gate. Send as many EMS units you have available.
The first emergency call came at 6:51. Shots fired. A man with a handgun inside a training classroom at Naval Air Station, Pensacola. Sources tell CBS News 2 people died immediately, a third later at a hospital. Within 5 minutes, 4 different agencies were charging inside of Building 633. 2 Escambia County deputies shot and killed the gunman. By 7:50, the threat was over. Both deputies were wounded, one in the knee, another in the arm. One of the other wounded, Ryan Blackwell, a coach for the Gulf Breeze Wrestling Club. He was shot 3 times.
And when you get into a scene like that, it is a bit like a movie because you have spent shell casings all over.
Numerous media outlets identify the gunman as Mohammed Saeed Al-Shamrani, a lieutenant in the Saudi Air Force. His motive still unclear. He was in training at NAS, the Navy's primary base for aviation training.
We have a international training syllabus. We have students from several different countries that come here. They learn aviation. They become naval aviators while they're here.
Heroics by Pensacola's first responders saved the carnage from being worse.
They ran to the fight, not from the fight. And even though they knew there was an active shooter, and again, the chances of putting your life in danger are great, guess where they went? They went inside.